we had been together for about 6 months when I got pregnant. So that was not what we were expecting. And it really threw us for a loop. And I knew better. I had always been theoretically pro-life. But then when I found myself in that situation, my knee-jerk reaction was like, I need to fix this. I need to get rid of this situation immediately.
You panic.
And it was a panicky feeling. It was
reacted
fearful.
out of fear.
Yeah. And Sean didn't really, why would he think there was anything wrong with that? He had no religious background. Nobody had ever talked to him about that. He didn't have any reason to think.
It was an easy fix to our problem from what I...
Between the two of us, I was the one that knew better, right? But I didn't speak up about it. In fact, I think that the suggestion probably came from me first. So we agreed that I would have an abortion, and we made an appointment. We were in Nacogdoches, so we had to come to Houston. And we came to Houston. A friend came with us, and when we got there, there was tons of, not tons, but a lot of people out there holding really graphic signs and, protesting. And it was just so horrible and gut wrenching. I just turned my eyes away.
How old were you at this point?
24?
24. Yeah. I have to say we were both slackers. So he was, 2 years messing around with a music degree before he switched gears.
Okay.
And I was in and out.
I was being prepared for ministry. That was not just messing around.
Right. The Lord works everything for good, right? He works everything for good. So we were probably older than we should have been, still in college. But
still young and scared.
Yeah. Oh, sure. And I didn't have to, I was completely financially dependent on my parents, completely. Okay. And Sean was too.
Yeah. I had just graduated and zero prospects for a job. So
neither one of us had two nickels to rub together. So we went there and we stayed there all day long because you had to go through several hoops and go through a process. And I tried all day long to be able to talk myself into doing it, to the point that the nurse was like, look, because when I went in the first time, she realized I wasn't ready. And so she's like, just let a few more people go. And then when you feel more ready, I'll call your name again. And
did anyone else know? Any of your family or friends know that
just
you were?
My brother. I reached out to my brother.
And what did he say?
I basically just reached out for financial help from him. And he was like, yeah, I guess I'll help you. And then, after, of course, the great thing about the story is we didn't end up doing it. He told me that he was glad I had some morals. So that was really kind of, that really kind of hit home. As like, wow, I hadn't because I hadn't thought about it.
Talk you out of it before you went to the...
No, he didn't really say anything. He was just, trying to help me out of what I would perceived as a, bad situation in my life.
So he was just being supportive, a supportive brother. And I'm sorry to cut you off, Claudia. Go ahead, continue.
Okay. No, my parents were aware, and my dad told me, I think you're doing the wrong thing. Right. So,
but he didn't say you should not. He didn't put his foot down.
No, they knew that ultimately I was going to be the one that lived with the consequences of either thing that I chose. And they said, in this situation, we can't tell you what you should do. My dad said, but I think you're making this is the wrong thing to do. So, at my age, I don't think he could have done more than that, right? He did what he did. He just let me know he didn't think it was right. So, we went there. We went with a friend who's a Christian also, but trying to be supportive. She went along with us. So, I tried twice, stayed there all day, jumped through all their hoops, listened to their counseling, which was not counseling. It was just really, we were just served up a tray of things that were not true. So
they're trying to rationalize you doing it. Is that what they're trying to do?
Yeah. And also telling flat out lies about what we had, what we were pregnant with.
That it's not a human.
Not really real. At this point it's a villi, whatever that means. So then, I came back out, Sean had been there reading a magazine in the waiting room when I came back out and probably delivered the worst news he'd ever heard. I was like, I'm sorry, I can't do it. And he's like, okay. And he put his magazine down. I'm like, I'm sorry, I just am not able to. So we left.
What were you thinking at that point?
I was just shocked. I was just trying to think, oh my gosh, I'm going to have a kid. And, just not being prepared for that, scared already. And, you know, those things that you look back on now, it's like, gosh, if you just want to slap your old self, you know, it's like.
I thought about that myself. And if I had a time machine, I could go back and slap myself.
Oh my gosh. I would have slap marks all over if I could go back. But yeah, we left. My friend, you know, the three of us piled back in the car and left. And I was like, I wasn't really happy with the only thing that happened was I couldn't go through with it, right? I wasn't happy that I couldn't go through with it. I really wanted to because I thought that's going to fix So I left. I was not happy about being pregnant. I did not want to have a child. I did not want to be anybody's mother, but I couldn't go through with what it would take for me not to be.